should be live. So, today we're just going to continue this straight up job. Welcome, Draco. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Today's goal is pretty straightforward. It is to simply just empty out that area over here for water and stone. Now the only issue here that I predict anyway is this is quite a bit of water, and it would be nice to be able to clear this out efficiently with the sponges, but I only have wet sponges left. I suppose we can. So we'll try and do this. Just grab the blocks as we need them. Filling out an area is less fun than using the sponges, but do we still have the Cobblemon server? No, I don't think so, but I think Aaron is running one currently. So if you're interested, try and hit him up on the... Oh wait, you don't have the Discord, right? My bad. I can just see if I can find something. Wait a second. Okay, so what I was able to find I can no, the one he has is no longer open. What? How? Yeah, it was. I was looking through all the messages, and I don't think that one is even online anymore either, so you're probably not going to have a bunch of luck using that. Is this this one? I'd rather not use Am I still with the dinos? What do you mean? Hey Tim, welcome. Good seeing you, man. Nah, don't worry about it. I know everyone is busy. So you shouldn't feel like I'm pressuring you to complete it quickly. I'd rather you take your time and have some fun with it. You're doing it out of the goodness of your heart, so I can't really be too picky, can I? At least that's sort of my thought. Yeah, I still thought you didn't have Discord. Why would I think anyone... I've seen you right on Discord. I don't know why I thought you still didn't have Discord. That's my bad, Draco. That's huh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'm getting that old brain, you know. Well, I mean, everyone gets old eventually, right? And that even accounts for me. I have lived for thousands of years, and for most of them I was doing just fine, but I must admit, lately I have been getting older. Pardon? Yeah. I know. I know the feeling. And like, while it might be fun, it should also make sense for you, in the sense that, it shouldn't feel like a full daytime job, right? And it shouldn't take away from your life as it is currently, I think. Like if we don't achieve a good balance with that, I'm afraid that editing for me is gonna feel more like a chore for you. And I wouldn't want that, you know, so. Sort of with that line of thought, we do need to balance things out so they're nice and easy for you. Ah, yeah, that's fair, Draco. I see that. All right, perfect. Oh yeah, no rush, man. No rush. I suppose we'll chuck that down there then. You want to watch me from Twitch? Well, you're more... Oh, sorry, gaming guy. Welcome too, man. How did I miss you? But go ahead, Draco. The Twitch is open. Though let me warn you. Apparently, or well, not apparently. I can see that myself. Pretty terrible at responding in there. But I'm alright. Gaming gang, how about you, man? Is that the whole thing having to look at like different windows? That just, I don't know, messes me up, I suppose. That's a pretty poor excuse though, Draco, like being too lazy to switch. That's a lot that needs to be filled in. So if I start by filling in here, I should be able to rather quickly be able to fill in the rest. Why is it I even want to remove this? Let me just think. Is there a world where I just... Yeah, I don't really care, do I? It's not really like it's slowing me down, and I could just make a big water sweeper afterwards and take care of the entire area. That's for sure faster. Let's see. All right. Good work, I think. Have a put in the work, man. It'd be a waste if it didn't work out the way you want it to after putting in that much work, Tim. So make sure you stay focused. Well, if you do, let me know what sort of what typing is your favorite typing, Draco? Well, I mean, when you this is gonna take a lot of hours to do by hand, so it's likely not gonna be all gone, but I'll work hard on it. The TNT thingy didn't work, unfortunately. There's a little bit too much lag in my world for it to run smoothly. So, yeah. So we're gonna have to do all of this by hand instead, which definitely sucks, but we're just gonna keep to the grind. I know I've said this a lot, but at least this is gonna look great on our statistics. I need to find things where reasons why this could be cool. Otherwise, it's just gonna be heartbreakingly terrible to do. Essentially, we don't actually care about the water. I'm just gonna dig it all the way down to bedrock. And there are gonna be some water in the way, sure, but I think we're gonna try and do that afterwards with big sweepers. Now everything has been dug down, because it doesn't really matter much for this. If anything, it actually makes it a little bit easier, since the water should make it difficult for things to spawn. I might want to deal with the water up here, that's way above first though. Because I'm sort of unsure if, under the right circumstance, that the water could try and come back up. Though I do have a hard time seeing that happen. But, I don't know, we'll see. First I need to remove all of the stone and stuff. Alright, so that's one layer down. Not really having to worry about the water does make this go a lot quicker. We might even... now that I think about it, I might just be able to make some descending sweepers. Like divide the area into like 4 or 3, and then have some descending sweepers just take care of all of it. Like water sweepers. Yeah, we might do that. We might do that. That should be less expensive and less time consuming than making the smaller scale sweepers. I mean, I actually kind of like to use coal blocks as decorative stuff, so I mean, getting a bunch of coal is not going to be too bad. You're on PC, okay? Are you usually on your phone, or what's your preferred device for watching streams? Rico? Right. You're green? What do you mean? Pardon? Oh, right, yeah. Fair. But what's your favorite type of Pokemon? Like Ghost type, Dragon type, Fairy, Grass, Fire, Steel, Rock, Water, Ice? Do you have a favorite typing? For what exactly? You've never been green? You never use green? Oh well. Fair. Well, the goal for today I think it's gonna be achievable, though we will have to repair our tools on the way. The goal is just to remove all of the stone here today, and then with a little bit of luck, like all of this, and then get started a little bit on that over there. But first I need to make this come all down. All the way down. Take this side out here. Welcome back, Draco. Okay. So we hit down 2 more. I might be the best YouTuber. I doubt. I doubt. But what? But I mean, I don't mind the glazing. So do enlighten me why you think that to be the case. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Draco. I really do. Actually means a lot. And some fresh air. Nice. Ah, right, there we go. I thought something felt weird. Alright, let's get back to it. It's very brain-numbing work, this. Like, not particularly fun, but I really, really want that Kraken. And that's 3 pickaxes down. I feel like there should be a creature in Minecraft that drops a raw ore. If that makes sense. Like, that drops the raw variant and not the fully cooked. I honestly feel like it should probably be like that permanent, like just period. But there are no, like, why does a zombie drop a full-on ingot? Why does a drowned drop a copper bar? Wouldn't it make more sense if they just found the raw variant on the ground? Like, why would they carry around a bar of iron or copper? And if they have it, why wouldn't they be holding it? Because, I don't know, imagine getting hit in the face with a iron ingot might be more painful than, let's say, a fist. Or heck, I think I'd even wager that I'd rather get hit by a stone sword than an iron ingot. Right, so why are they not dropping the raw variants? And why are they not holding them as weapons unless it's like over an iron sword? Because then, of course, but then they would have to be able to distinguish. I guess there would be some intelligence-based stuff there that wouldn't be particularly consistent. Hey, Pickle, welcome. Thank you. I was actually quite surprised that I ended up getting in, because a lot of people did apply, and only a handful of us actually got in. When I say a handful, I mean like, I think there was a total of 5,000 applicants to the university for law school, and only like 180 got in. So I actually ended up getting quite positive, like surprised when I saw it. Funny pickle. Well, my grades are probably better than yours, but let's assume that's true for a second. Wait, hold on. Did I read that the wrong way? Give me a second. I'm just gonna make sure we don't drown while this. Uh, you're not surprised? Wait. Feels odd when someone who's usually low-key toxic gives you a compliment. I'm sorry. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I don't know. I just read that as I figured there was some some friendly banter, right? That's how I read that. I was just like, oh yeah, fair. Uh, let's shoot back with something. And then it turns out that I didn't read the entire thing correctly, and you were actually just being nice. oh, oh yeah, I honestly I wouldn't put it past you to you to make fun of people. Like not in a bad way, but like take a dig at people, some friendly banter. I would assume that's something you do quite often. With your mates. So I wasn't really surprised if that was something you were gonna try with me. Well, I mean, you're being mean to Fishy quite a bit, so... I don't think it's too outrageous that my assumption, but I do apologize if you took any offense to it. Well, I won't get into the semantics of whether or not he deserves it, but regardlessly, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Should I just do it by 3? Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have to do like a single layer. It's character development. Fair. I actually do think, to some degree, I gotta put that in there. That's a very important distinction. I do think, to some degree, that bullying and hazing helps build character. Or rather, what most people would call, or some people at least, would call bullying, I call friendly banter, right? Like for an example, a mate of mine, he's a redhead, and I really adore him. He's good fun, and we're good mates, right? But our main mode of communication is me being super prejudiced against redheads, right? That's our main, and he's super prejudiced. He's taller than me, so he calls me a gnome, but he's only taller than me by like a centimeter or 2. And I'm like 90% sure that's because his hair is tall. But regardlessly, hey Clips, welcome. And our main way of communicating with each other is just like full-on insults, where it's like I am being so prejudiced against redheads, but only with him, right? Skin and hair color has nothing to say about your personality, but there's a lot of fun stereotypes to make fun of your redhead friend with, right? Well, mainly the soulless one. And he calls me a midget, despite only being like a centimeter taller than I am. And that's sort of our friendship, right? In a nutshell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the world eater didn't work, so we're doing it by hand eclipse. Yeah, I know. Um, yeah, yeah. My skin is supposed to be a gnome. Like I just embraced it because we were playing a lot together, and I was like, well, if you think I'm a midget so much, here's a gnome. Here's me in a gnome skin. Um, which he really had a blast with, and I just kept it ever since then. What do you mean, Cramps 24? Oh, pardon? Huh? Huh? Did I miss something there? Alright. And instead of a world eater, right, we'll do this in a sort of different way. We'll dig all the stone away, right? All the stuff I can insta mine. We'll dig that away by hand. Then afterwards, we'll just run the sweeper part, because I'm pretty sure that my world should be able to handle that. Like some descending sweepers. And they'll just slowly descend downwards and wreck any water sources that are down here. Until we hit until we hit the deep slate. Once we hit the deep slate, we can then start sort of using, or at least I hope we can start using just regular Cincy dupers, because I think it's a little bit too much for my game to have both the sweepers. Oh nah. Eclipse, like, because usually when we get a little bit into this, I don't know if you play Java, but if you do, try and hold in left click and then press F3T. That will reload the textures, meaning that whatever I put into the game now, right now I only have to move the it's essentially just a built-in auto clicker, because right now it's I'm not touching my mouse. Yeah, that's difficult. Like I'm not holding my the mouse button down. I'm just like holding on to my mouse, moving it around. Doing it this way, I don't have to click on anything but the WASD buttons. Right, so this is essentially just an auto clicker that you can enable pretty easily. I do want some air here. I don't know. I would say that the Java combat, and again, I'm not really a PvPer, but at least when I see Java combat, it looks more fast-paced, and like you have to have more skill, more awareness of what you're doing, and you have to be able to do it quickly. So I think Java combat relies more on, or enables the player usually to do crazier stuff. cooler way. At least, like, when I watch something, it's usually cooler when it's done in Java, I think. Oh, we're drowning. I don't know. I'm in the camp that Java is just superior in every way. But I guess that's just me. Because, like, from my perspective, yeah, sure, Bedrock runs better initially than Java does, but you can get so many performance-enhancing mods with Java that it runs better on pretty much any device. And then you just have access to mods, shaders, all the quality content of Minecraft. Less bugs. Yeah, it's gonna feel unreal when we finish this up. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna take a long while, but it's okay. We don't mind the grind here. Heck, the grind is actually a good portion of why it's so rewarding to do. Or when you finish it. Let's just get some fresh air. I mean, I'm actually really looking forward to starting, like, building it. Is there a free pickaxe? Yeah, there's. Alright, let's just remove all of this here. I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm personally not too fond of doing interiors. I much rather want to do exteriors, but that's probably because I'm not very good at the interior parts, I think. Like, I struggle with... I don't know, I think in real life I'm a minimalist, right? Which means less is more. Right? That's a general school of thought with minimalism. Less is more. But in Minecraft, and especially in interior design, less is not more. Or less does not look as good as more. If that makes sense. I'm not sure it does, but so like my fundamental design philosophy does not work very well with how you should do interior design in Minecraft. So I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit rough when we get there, but I did plan out most of the interior, right? So we do have a pretty decent chunk of it already built when we finish up the build. But still. Wait, am I full on? No, I'm on. Alright, good luck, I suppose. Looks like we're able to get through this area here with only 5 pickaxes. That's actually pretty nice. Well, gotta grind a bit longer for some better gear then. Ah, right, you blame the lag. And the sun was also in your eyes, right? And the wind was blowing against you, and like they hadn't put out it's wet outside, or the floor is slippery sign either. Like, I don't know. And somebody was flashing you out of the corner of your eye, trying to distract you from the wind. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mono, welcome. Let's just get some air. Nice. almost at where I want to be with this. Perfect. Stroke of skill mid-fight. Yeah, I suppose you could try that. I guess. Personally, I probably wouldn't count on that sort of stuff, but I mean, it's up to you, man. So that's quite a lot of new water over there. Ugh, gonna get rough. Well, to be fair, I usually, whenever I play indie games, like Dark Souls and stuff, I usually tend to not give a shit about loot and just brute force it. Which I can say right now is not the optimal way of playing the game. Okay, so let's try and get this all the way down. We're gonna take it down to that level here. And again, we're not really gonna care too much about the water. Alright. See you later, Mono. Have a wonderful day and good editing, or good recording. We're simply just gonna walk right through the water. There's no... We're gonna be removing it all with sweepers anyway, so there's no reason for me to like go a lot out of my way to remove it. And that's gonna save us a little bit of time too. Ah, that's annoying. We are gonna have to go repair our stuff soon, but... to go at least in here. So like get a semi-clean line to just follow. The more I can sort of AFK my brain while doing this, the better, I guess. So we're gonna have to do this for hours upon end. So it's about getting that sort of technique down and how can I do this mindlessly over and over again. What's the best way to do this mindlessly over and over again? Ah, right. Ah. I mean, have you thought about buying some skill, good sir? And what are you even playing? Just out of curiosity. Terraria, or I'm sort of assuming. Let's actually clear out all of this here. Terraria, yeah, okay. So yeah, have you thought about acquiring some skill? My point stands then. Inflation, skillflation, is that what you're calling it? Mm. I actually think there's a point to that, now that I think about it. Huh. There might be some skillflation. Hmm. Oh, we've all been there, don't we, RedMan? Ah, no. No, 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 no. How do I stop this from happening? Because I'd really, really rather not have to dig out this much obsidian. I know I do have beacon powers, but this would severely suck. Okay. Let's keep it going. Now that I don't have to worry about that down there. If you win this time, you'll treat yourself to a nice snack. If you, yeah, right. So if you win, you obviously need to celebrate, right? So you need to go out and get a good snack if you win. If you lose, you're obviously gonna need some sort of consolation prize, right? Something to keep you from falling apart and crying about it, right? So it's to sort of a comfort snack. Yeah, that's how we gotta put it. If you lose, you need a comfort snack. If you win, you're gonna need a celebratory snack. Yeah. Either way, you should just get snacks. And part of me is wondering if I should get more pickaxes. Just like make 10 or so. There's a little bit left over here. Alright, find yourself a good snack, Pickle. Hope to see you again soon. And I think we're also just going to take out this area here. The next time I'm doing something like this, like making a perimeter, if I want it to be in the water, whatever I'm building, I will simply, instead of doing what we've done here by making it in the water, I'll make a new ocean instead. I think that's a better workaround than this, to be fair. That's all of that water. Now we can just go from side to side like a printer. You heading out too, Draco? In that case, have a wonderful day. Welcome back, Pickle. Mochi? Yeah, my tongue cannot. Will not say the word I want, but it's I know what you mean. Alright, seems like we're gonna have to go replace our pickaxes. Or rather, we need to fill him up. I know we have the store already there, but I don't particularly want to have the fortune on them right now. Alright, welcome back, Draco. Weren't gone for long. You'll go cry about your problems to anyone who doesn't want to hear them? Okay. Okay. Have good luck with that, yeah? I don't know why the item filters failed, but hey. Well, Draco, I saw you do it. I think, didn't I? I still haven't fully forgiven you for that yet. Well, I should probably also repair the shovel. There we go. And so we can go. Yeah, I do distinctly remember it, so. Yeah, only. Yeah, I remember. I remember. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I feel like you did. I certainly feel like you did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a poor excuse. A plea for your life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. If you say so. Hey Kiwi, welcome. The stream won't be terribly long today, but it is what it is. I think I'll continue for about half an hour more today. But hopefully that will get us a pretty decent dent into this here. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. For quite a while I thought I wasn't gonna get in, so I mean just because they were saying how many has, like, I looked, like I heard it on radio, and then like how many people actually applied to law school, and that particular law school, and I was like, oh shit, well in that case chances of me getting in suddenly just went very far down. Because they only accept like 180, and it was like 3,500 that applied to that particular law school. So I was like, oh well, I figured I could at least discount 1,000 of them, and be like, well, some of them are just not good enough, right? Some people apply even though their grades aren't good enough. But that still left 2,500 people. So it's just like, well, my chances of getting in are pretty tiny. Plenty of people out there smarter than I am. But I got in, so, I mean. So we're happy about that. Oof. That's a sweet thing to say, Draco, actually. Hey, he's also welcome. I wonder how much stone that we've mined today. We're gonna check up on that before we finish up stream. How much stone we've added to our statistics here. Hello, Mr. Creeper. Which is why we put on the chest plate. The camel is still alive. It's at home, sort of just chilling out in the stables. Nah. I hope you got yourself a good snack. Oh, sorry, it was a snack. It was, telling people about your problems, that's it. My bad. Really? That did not seem like a wise decision, Skeleton. To use your mount. one thing that is pretty convenient when we're here. I think phantoms are having issues spawning in on me because we're technically in the water. Well, the game thinks we are. That we're currently underwater, so I don't think phantoms spawn when we're mining down here. Which is like a pretty big plus, I'd say. The horse is also alive. No. My that should. I don't think that matters. I think if you're just in a cave and there's space above you, phantoms can spawn. But I might be wrong about that. But they can't spawn when you're in the water, that's for sure. Or when it thinks your head is covered by water. But again, as I said, Oh! My God! That actually gave me a scare. Oh. Huh, right. Well then. I don't know, it's like something blew up behind me, so I looked behind me and I saw a hole and I turned back around and there was just another creeper. That was very unexpected. Because like usually I hear the tss, but I didn't either of those times, so I don't know. Just caught me off guard, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we're kicking up pace here, which is nice. We've almost done one level of this side, which is quite large. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by the amount of skeletons we've seen. As in, we haven't seen a lot of skeletons. Or had to worry too much about them. New pickaxe. Nice. Sure. Ask away, yeah, why not? Huh, not that quick. Do you think you should still upload the FNAF video, even though you didn't progress through the whole video? What exactly do you mean? Like, because I guess it depends on what sort of message you want to send. Whether you would rather that it's quantity over quality or stuff like that, you know. Would you look at this? Where, finally doing all of this by hand. Slow and tedious progress, but nonetheless, it's actual viewable progress. We still have a lot of stuff to do here. No, sir. When the stream reaches 2 hours, I think we're gonna call it for today, but again, just as a heads up to everyone. Wait. It, uh, my profile picture is my. Alright. Mm, mm, uh, well, I was going for cute with the profile picture from Saucel's art. I was emphasizing cute a little bit higher, but uh, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm cute in real life. I'm pretty average looking, I'd say. I have been called cute, but haven't we all? I know I've always felt it's sort of weird about being called cute, you know? I feel like as a man, you shouldn't be called cute, but then again, it's still a good compliment. Or is that just me? Like, I'd sort of feel emasculated by it, but at the same time, I don't get enough compliments to be really picky about it. uh, that might just be me, but I don't know. Let me know if you feel like I think I don't know, maybe there's a lot of people who think that way, but I know I do feel kind of lonesome in that sort of train of thought. Uh, mm, well, when the gameplay can't be Huey, I suppose it's nice when the chat is. You're grown up and handsome. Mm, mm. Well, you might be handsome, but I would have no way of knowing. But uh, you're still pretty young, so I mean, grown up might be a bit early for you to take that role. Heck, I wouldn't even call people an adult before they're 25, so. I don't drink tea, excuse you. I drink coffee. And whoever said I was just a new. Why do you think I'm just 30? Why am I not 40 or 50? Or 160? No, but I can by your name, Junior, which is per default, then there needs to be a senior, so. Well, when we're talking about age, I guess there's no harm in it. Um, but tomorrow is my birthday. Oh, yeah. 13. would be my guess, Mono. Maybe a bit younger. Would be my estimation. Huh. Well, my bad then. I'm just saying, like my guesses are primarily based off my analytics, right? And I can see that most of my audience are in the sub 15 category. So I'm sort of basing it off that, you know. Right, now we do this line. Do we have two signs up there, I wonder? Because I sort of want to write down how far we get between each day where we farm, just or where we do this, because it would be sort of fun to see if there are days where I'm less efficient in getting through all of this. I don't know. I would, if I were to attribute a gender to a saw, I think I would attribute the male gender to it. And here's my reasoning for it, right? In order to use it, you have to move it back and forth. That's a not very savory answer, but hey. I think it's a decent answer. Yeah. What's up? Back and forth. Yeah, exactly. And therefore, I think, generally speaking, I would assume it's like sort of the same way that I don't know if it is in other languages, but at least in Danish, right? We often refer to like the outlet where you plug your stuff in to as female and the plug as male, right? If you go into a hardware store and say I need a male plug, right? They're gonna know exactly what you mean. And that's because you like put it in. And hey Jen, sorry for I was focused so much on the YouTube chat. But welcome. But the stream won't last much longer today. I think I've mined out as much as my mentality can handle for today on this, knowing that there are going to be a lot more of this. So when we hit 2 hours, we'll go up and see how much we've we've mined out since yesterday, and then we'll and then we can sort of actually do a calculation that if I use 2 hours a day, if the or how much stone I get an hour, and then we can sort of calculate how long it should take to mine out all of it, I suppose. With a fair amount of like variance. 6 billion years old? Yeah, I think that's about right. There you go. I was around before bacteria, right? I remember at some point sort of saying something about let there be light as I walked into a room, or I made sort of a good room, and I said let there be light as I lit a torch. And some people took that way out of context. I don't know. Hey, Ice Cream, welcome. Wait, what? You're buying digital gold? What do you mean? What? Pardon? But welcome, Ice Cream. And so we move forward. So, you are buying money online. You know, you could just buy a different currency than, I don't know what country you're from, but there's still quite a lot of countries that have their currency tied up to the actual gold value, which is why it moves around. So you could just buy that money instead, because as long as that's attached to a... Essentially, you should think about money like coins and notes as sort of a check for a X amount of gold. You probably... Ice Cream, I'm not really gonna give a lot of financial advice. You should definitely do whatever you think is right. And that's really it. Personally, if I was gonna make an investment at a young, like if I were you guys, right, I would save up for a soda can machine. or like a machine for soda, right? And I would ask the local grocery shop or somewhere whether or not I could put it in front of their shop or somewhere where it stands sort of safe, or the local bowling alley. Because a lot of the time they agree to it if like they get a little bit of the money that you're putting into it, right? So you just have to keep it stocked. And if you go somewhere where people exercise a little bit, you're gonna be sure to make pretty decent bank on it. Of course, you still have to go out of your way to acquire soda and snacks and stuff you want to put in it for fairly cheap. But once you've figured all of that out, you can actually make really good money off it. Oh, alright. See you later, Saul, I suppose. Alright, it's been the 2-hour mark. Alright, so that is it for today. We managed to take care of that entire area here, which is pretty good. And we also got, like, not super far, but like a decent amount of that, which I'm pretty pleased with, because then we're just gonna like mine that all the way down to here. Then we need to mine all of this down to there, and then we can start like mining the entire area. But let's just check. Do I have more than one sign over here? I do. Nice. I'm just gonna destroy that. No. Really? Okay. I can get rid of a singular coal. Because we do want to have like sort of a day one. It was 569k. Day 2 is, alright, can we get a drum roll? 605k. 605k. So that is pretty much 40k a day, or about 20k an hour from that. Can I? So about 20 calculator. So if that is about 20 an hour, and there are 12 layers, oh sorry, 350 times 350 equals 122,000 times the 12 layers that are left. That's 1,470,000 divided by 20. Oh, hold on. Divided by 20. Yeah, no, that's right. That means it's gonna be about 73 streams before we're done with this. That's a long time, but anyway. That's not accounting for any caves. Like, we might luck out, but we'll see. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I had a brilliant time. I hope you guys will check back again. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but the day afterwards I might not stream either, but depends on how everything goes. So, have a wonderful day. I will probably be back Monday, hopefully. But until then, cheerio and Joe